Yeah, but then everybody around you is gonna die.
But I
Like
wouldn't be
every
dead.
person you ever know will be gone and you'll be alone again. That's awful.
I mean, when you put it that way, it does sound awful, but you can make new friends and stuff.
Yeah, and then they'll die and you'll still be alive.
You make some new friends after that.
I don't know, man. I think after a certain amount of time you'd become tainted and sick of getting hurt and you'd be
You
over
just be like,
friends,
okay, I'm just gonna be all emo and alone for the rest of my life.
which will never end. No, that sounds awful. Like I and especially with the stipulation that you're poor.
Yeah.
Because like
Well, that doesn't really make sense because how are you poor if you live forever? You can just save all of your money and invest it, and that doesn't make any sense. I feel like you would have money if you were immortal because you'd have all the time in the world to save it and invest it in things.
yeah, but everybody during their lifetime has all the time in their life to like save and invest and they don't. Like if you're poor, you don't have the money to invest or have the money to save. Just because you're immortal, you still have to pay rent.
That's
You
true.
still have to like you still got the struggle's real.
The struggle is
Wait,
real.
I still have one more giant I have to go back and get. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I gotta kill these stupid water guys.
Oh, okay, I'm done with them.
I'ma kill them, kid. Alright, let's see. Well then, would you rather be half your height or double your weight?
Double my weight.
Let's see, how much? Uh,
Curvy girls are cute. I would not want to be. I would be, if I was half my height, I would be three, no, two, no, just no. The math is too hard. I just can't.
just
I
all
would
kinds of
be,
no.
I would be like 2'8", like that. No, thank you. Like, I'm sorry. Like I weigh like I don't know, like 120, 130. I don't know how much I weigh. I don't weigh myself, but like, I don't know. I've seen some real cute big girls. Like you no, you could easily live your life like without inconvenience. Minor inconveniences, like sure, not all clothes are gonna fit you and people might be assholes, but you know what? I'm skinny and not all clothes fit me and people are assholes. So
Yeah, people are pretty much just.
I don't think it would be like a life inconveniencing thing to be 250 pounds. Like I don't like I still you can get a job okay. You're not like disabled.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, being like two, 2 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot 8, 2'8". I don't know. That would be a
It'd be
major
a
life
struggle.
inconvenience.
Think.
I'm 5'8", so what would that be? 2.5 feet is 2'6", and then 8'4", so 2'10". I would be 2'10".
Almost 3 feet.
My dog is taller than that. Like no, how you wouldn't be able to drive a car
Yeah, you couldn't
like
reach
without
cupboards.
you couldn't every I'm not saying I mean there are obviously people who live with like dwarfism, like I'm not saying it doesn't exist and it's not a thing that people live with, but like that's a thing that you need accommodations to live with, and then like it'd be so much harder to like find a boyfriend or
Mm-hmm.
like you know, like you just your life would be so much more limited. Like I totally respect people who have to deal with that kind of stuff in life,
Yeah.
but like there's no way you could compare being like 250 pounds to being 2'10".
Yeah, I would choose the weight too, because I just. Mm.
And like I said, I have seen some adorable big girls in my day.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it would be a lot more difficult to be 2'10". And like I said, there's people that do it, and the struggle is real. And you know, there's probably people who do it that don't even think it's a struggle. But like, I think that would be really hard for me.
Because you're so used to not having to do all of that stuff.
No, even if you were born that way, I still think that everything would be harder.
Yeah.
Like, just everyday situations would be a lot more difficult. Like, just the big thing that gets me is you wouldn't be able to drive a car without special
Mm-hmm.
accommodations. And you wouldn't be able to like hold a normal job without special accommodations and like going grocery shopping, like just like everyday things would be very, very difficult if you were that small.
Isn't there a show that follows a small person that's like a doctor? Like, how do
Yeah,
you
and she
even
had
do that?
cancer.
She has
That's what
cancer?
Yeah, I think she's better now, but yeah, I read a story that she had cancer. That's
Aw.
what I'm saying. Like I respect it, but like I don't I think it'd be much easier to be heavy than it would to
Got
be
the
that
best
small.
deals
Yeah.
anywhere.
True, girl.
Glad I
So
could help.
true.
So you would pick weight
Yeah,
too?
you know
Time
it.
is money, friend.
I
Good
could
ones.
I could deal with the weight. Especially
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me that much. Like I don't know.
You could find some real cute clothes.
I don't know. There are some things that big girls look better in than I do, for sure. And big girls get away with showing so much more cleavage without people acting
Them
disrespectfully towards
boobies.
them. Well, I'm just saying, people are just like, oh, they have giant boobs. It's not their fault. I don't have giant boobs, so anytime I show like a half an inch of cleavage, people are like, you slut.
Don't show me that tiny bit of cleavage.
I don't want to see that unless you're a warrior. Get your cleave out.
Okay, here's one. Would you rather have a rewind button in your life or have a pause button in your life?
Rewind.
Rewind?
Absolutely. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I know that like people like to say, "Oh, no regrets, no regrets," but I think it would be very naive of someone to go through life without having regrets. I mean, you can learn from those mistakes and you can not repeat them, but like if you actually have no regrets whatsoever, there's a solid chance you are not reflecting on the dumb ass things you've done. And like I don't care if you're a human, you've done some dumb ass things. Like I'm not saying that like, but like if I could do a few things differently in my life, I would definitely do them differently.
I think it would be cool to have a rewind button so that if something crazy happened,
Like a rewind button would be more useful than a pause button because if something goes wrong, you just rewind and do it again.
yeah,
Anyways.
like
Pause is just gonna buy you a little more time, but it's not really gonna like I don't know if that time doesn't work. I don't know. Rewind definitely. I'm
rewind
not saying I would change like everything.
would be cool because if somebody died and you could prevent it, it'd be cool to rewind it and save them. But a pause button would also be cool, especially if you didn't age while it was paused, because then you could just pause and like play tons of games and unpause, your life.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. That's a cool idea too. But like, I still definitely would pick the rewind.
Yeah.
Definitely would pick the rewind, and not even for like. I mean, yes, parts of it would be like for prevent people from dying and stuff like that. But even just like sometimes you say something and you don't even mean it the way you said it, and it would just be so much easier to go back and not fucking say that stupid
Yeah.
thing. And I'm not even talking about like out of anger. I just sometimes say some dumbass shit. Like sometimes I just say things and I'm like, wow, Danielle, how did your brain
What?
take A and B and like get you to F squared? You know? Definitely.
What kind of question is this? It says, would you rather brutally murder your entire family or be part of a human centipede? Are you kidding me?
I would probably just kill myself. Like, I know there's probably someone that's gonna like flip out about a suicide joke there, but I'm not joking. Like, if those were my only two options for my life, I think I would just end it.
not have a life. Just end that.
Like, wait, where is this quest? Is this quest in the instance?
Uh,
I don't think it is. Disrupt Chol Gal in the Twilight Circle. No. Okay, we're getting there. All right. Sorry, I doubted us. Wait, are you behind me?
oh,
Okay.
whoa, yeah, I'm behind
there you are.
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so I would opt out of that. Both literally and metaphorically.
Who would not choose? Okay. This one says, some of these questions are just stupid. Whoa, who's down there? Is it a bad person?
I don't know.
Oh gosh, I'm nervous. No, they're friendly. They're cool. Okay. Can we just hit this guy and get credit
I
for
don't
it too?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna hit him. Whoa, I was frozen.
Wait, what's the question that you said was stupid?
Oh.
Enjoy your holy
Um.
victory in sex.
The darkness comes.
Oh, he
May
creepy.
it console you as your world rocks.
It says, would you rather receive $1 billion or
Okay.
have $10,000 go to 100,000 poor African families?
See, now I would choose the $1 billion because in the long run, $10,000 isn't going to really help that much.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think that would like solve poverty issues at all. Like, you would need that money to go into like infrastructure.
When it's just a stupid question.
I don't really know how to get out of here.
Yeah, I don't.
You just disappeared.
I don't. Wait, I'm so lost.
We've got to go in that tunnel. There's no way around
I
it.
am in this tunnel.
All right. Me too. Oh God.
Wait, we aren't in the same age. We're like different instanced.
We're right here. No.
Okay.
You're.
Okay, just kidding.
Hi.
I'm here.
Hi.
I'm here.
No, we just gotta figure out. follow me.
How to get out of here. But you could help so many more people if you had.
If you donated, if you had $1 billion, you could number one, I didn't do the math on that, so I'm not even sure if 10,000 times 100,000 is $1 billion, because I like that's too many zeros for in the head math. But like, I still think that if you took that $1 billion and you cut it in half and you gave 500 million, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm just slower than you.
Okay. If you gave 500 million of those dollars to like a company that could put like, I don't know, like housing and running water and like farmlands and like, I don't think giving individual people money would solve the
it's not going to help them if you just give them money, but if you make them things.
You would need to build like a hospital and like it's just, there would just, giving individual people money I don't think would help. But I would, if I had $1 billion, like I would totally donate to a lot of charities. Like I just don't think that like giving all of it, I don't know. I feel like no matter what, people are going to say I'm an asshole, so whatever. I just don't think that like $10,000 isn't really that much money in the grand scheme of things. And like, I don't, even if it solved their problem for 10 years, in 10 years they're just going to be broke again because there's no jobs and there's no anything. Like, I don't know. I almost feel like if it was $100,000 to 10,000 families, like that would be more worth it.
Yeah. But I don't know, just giving people money, though, like, I'd rather give people something than money, because then you know that...
Yeah, like something like a couple cows or something. Like something that could be sustainable.
A house.
I'm with you.
A hospital, a well for water, something.
No, I'm with you. I don't think that money would be... I don't think it would be that helpful, especially in countries where you're talking about, like, really weak government and, like... I just feel like it would just cause a lot of people to get robbed and rob each other. And
see, I think this is a really stupid question. It said, would you rather using your bare hands in the life of an average human baby or 100 cute puppies? Who would in the life of any of those things?
Well, and like you'd be in the wrong if you chose baby. Like that, like, especially in like America, we have an enormous pet overpopulation problem. Like 100 adorable puppies get killed every day in shelters because there's no one to adopt them. There is disease. There is, like, I mean, that's horrible, but that's the reality of the situation. When I worked at the Humane Society, we got the cutest puppy, and his name was Rocky. Aww. I remember because I named him, and he was like a chocolate lab, and he was so young that his eyes hadn't changed yet. They were still like really close to blue. And like he got dumped off at the shelter, and like he seemed fine for a couple days, and then he was acting really lethargic, and there were a couple people interested in adopting him, but because of his like because of the way he was behaving, we couldn't just like adopt him out, so we ended up doing like a parvo test, and like he tested positive for parvo. And like most shelters don't treat that and don't even give people the option to treat that because it is such a deadly disease to dogs that it's like, if you have a dog that's tested positive for parvo, you just have to put him down in quarantine every day. I mean, I'm sure there are some shelters that have the means and the resources to maybe isolate them or give someone else a chance to treat them, but like you can't take those risks when you're talking about 50 dogs possibly being infected. You know, and like I remember like having to hold a like 8-week-old puppy while he was put to sleep because like somebody somewhere couldn't fucking vaccinate their dog. Because the truth is, like, he should have already had a set of shots by the he wasn't 8 weeks. He was a little bigger than that. But he like should have had shots, and he shouldn't have been around unvaccinated dogs. So the only way he could have gotten parvo is if the people who had him like had other dogs that were unvaccinated that were carrying parvo or had parvo. Which is pretty likely because like they just dumped him off at a shelter.
They obviously didn't care.
And like, so this conversation just got super deep, but like, I don't know. It would be really, really the responsible decision. Like, I don't know, finding families for 100 puppies is I don't think people understand the responsibility that a dog is. Cats are not nearly as big of a responsibility as dogs are.
Yeah, dogs are a huge responsibility. It makes me so mad because, like, when you go in my backyard, you can see the other person's backyard across from me, and these people got a puppy. I don't know, this dog has to be like maybe a year old now, And they went outside, they played with their dog when he was a little tiny puppy and all this stuff. And then maybe when he got to like his little teenager starting years,
Yeah, like
they just
7,
don't
8
care
months.
anymore. They leave their dog
Yeah.
out in the rain, in the snow. It doesn't matter if it's hailing. The poor thing is just, and the boy comes out and he like knees the dog and stuff. And like, I just feel like going over there and getting
What
it.
is the point of
Yes.
getting a dog? Like, I just don't understand at all. Like, I understand farm dogs. Like, I'm not saying every dog is like an indoor dog. Like, I don't even want people to take this that way. There are hunting dogs, there are farming dogs that are perfectly
But give
happy
them a
living.
shelter though.
Give them a shelter. And like, I think that those are working dogs. And I think there's definitely a difference between a working dog and a family pet. And if your dog isn't a working dog, it should be in the house.
And it's a boxer, so it doesn't even really have like
Oh no, boxers are companion dogs. They
a
don't do
nice
anything.
heavy coat, you know?
Yeah, no, it's not even the type of dog that should be outside in the
I
winter.
just feel
That's
so
awful.
bad. Like, I just want to. My dogs, literally, when I let them out to use the bathroom and everything and play for a little bit, they run to the fence and just sit there and look at the other dog. And
That's
then he
super
comes
sad.
to the fence, and I'm like, I just want to take you. Like, I'm not even sure if they would notice. Just put you in my
That's
yard.
awful. It's awful. And you know what's terrible is we don't have good laws to protect. And you know it's funny because I eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian, but I do think there's a very, 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 very huge distinct difference between choosing to take on a pet as a companion and a responsibility and a caretaker and like animals that are raised to be food.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I don't think it's fair to compare them. Like I don't understand how anyone could just go out and like kick their dog. My dogs have been so bad before and I've never like don't get me wrong, they might have gotten a swat on the butt, but like definitely have never like hurt my
Yeah.
dogs. Like I would never kick my dog. I would never like slap my dog or punch my dog. Like I can't even fathom
Doing anything
how,
like that.
Like if like you said, that guy goes out and like knees the dog because it's barking. Like it's barking because it's
Yeah,
outside.
because it's cold.
Let it in. Like that's awful, and we don't have like proper laws in place to protect animals like that. Like I've called the cops on a lot of people because of the way they treat their dogs. Like my old neighbors had 3 different dogs and none of them got along, which I don't judge that because like whatever, it's sometimes shit
Yeah.
happens, but like they had to keep them all chained up separately, but they would leave them outside from before the sun came up until like midnight.
That's so
every
stupid.
single day. And they were all chained in a very like frustrating way. Like if you knew anything about like dog behavior, like they had 2 of them like facing each other and then one of them kind of in the middle, but just long enough chains where none of them could touch each other. And like I just can't imagine how frustrating that was for those dogs. Like they don't like each other and they're basically being forced to look at each other like
All day.
all day. None of them had dog houses. None of them had food or water. Like I brought them out food and water a couple times and like the one was mean. Like, and I'm not one to say that about dogs, but they had 2 pits and the 2 pits were really nice. Like they had a little girl dog who was like 6 months, year and a half, that looked a lot like my dog, super cute. And then they had this like Basset Hound German Shepherd mix or like a Basset Hound Rottweiler. I don't even know. It was a weird looking dog and he was so mean. Like you couldn't even go near him and all of his fur would go up and he would snarl. And like I'm really good with dogs. I worked in an animal shelter. Like I'm not afraid of getting bit. Like I've broken up many a dog fight in my day. Like I've pulled dogs off of people getting bit before. Like I'm not afraid of dogs, and this dog just wanted no part of like I was bringing him out like food and water. Like I wasn't even like
Yeah.
but he was like so frustrated from like being chained up all day and like and if he wasn't chained up all day he probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be like that. But like people don't understand, like every time you hear about dogs like attacking people, it's always the dog escaped from the yard, the dog broke the chain, the dog broke down the cage, because like those are frustrating boundaries for an animal.
Dogs aren't born
Like-
bad. They're, you know.
You really have to like screw up for dogs to be mean like that. And like I hate that, and it's unfortunate because like people always want to blame pit bulls, but the problem is that pit bulls are the most commonly abused dogs. Pit bulls are
Dog
the easiest dogs to
fighting.
get. Pit bulls are often very irresponsibly bred. Like there's just a lot of other factors that people don't take into consideration. And then I love the people that like to quote statistics. Oh, well, only 2% of the dog population are American Pit Bull Terriers. sure, if you're looking at AKC registrations,
A lot of people
but like
like to.
there's no way to even tell how many pit bulls there are because shelters lie about dogs being
Mm-hmm.
pit bulls because they want them to get adopted.
Mm-hmm.
If a pit bull comes in and it's black, that's a black lab mix.
Yep.
Like,
I'm pretty
if a
sure
pit bull comes in and
Lulu
it's
is
white,
like some kind of pit in there because she's just like
she's so cute.
so muscular. Like,
Yeah, she is really muscular. If I had to guess what your dog was, I would have said pit border collie.
yeah.
That would have been my guess as to what she was. Only because I've seen pit border collie mixes that I knew what they were. And like she really reminded me of that. And her temperament really reminds me of because pit bulls were originally bred to do something.
Yeah.
Like whether it be to guard a house, whether it be to fight, unfortunately, whether it be they were always bred to be very trainable, and like dogs have to have a lot of energy and a high like human interaction type drive in order to be trainable. Like I don't know, like Tychus. The reason Tychus is so dumb is because like Tychus was bred to sit on someone's lap. Like he does not give a crap. Like I don't know. I love Lulu. She's a cutie.
Oh. Yeah, she's gotten a lot better too. Like she was super excitable and everything, but ever since I had Abigail, she's calmed down like a lot.
Well, she's also a little younger now. Wasn't she about a year when I was there? So that would make her about a year and a half now, which is generally when they start to calm down. Usually like 6 months to a year and a half is like the worst time. And then everything is just downhill from there.
But she's really turning out to be a great dog. Like, I'm so
Plus,
happy.
if she is pit and border collie, like those are two super trainable dogs. Like those are the type of dogs that like want to please you and they try to learn what you want them to do. And
yeah, she's so loyal. Like she's always by my side. Even if like I go in the room with Abigail for a little while and I shut my door, I will open my bedroom door and she's just laying by the door.
Right there.
She's like, oh,
hi, Mom.
hey.
I'm here.
Are you coming out now?
This is a weird enemy. They just kind of stand
they're just
there.
like, hey, what's
Like
up?
it's super weird. Like you expect them to run at you or something and then they just don't. Aren't you gonna do something, guy?
You're just gonna stand there? Okay, here's another would you rather. Would you rather have a zombie apocalypse or World War III?
Probably World War III because World War III would end.
Yeah.
Like eventually, whether it was 10 years or 20 years or however goddamn long everybody decided to like fight each other. I also like I don't know. I live in the type of place where I don't think I would be in a whole lot of danger in a war.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's usually big cities, military areas that are targeted. And I don't live in either of those type places. But, like, I don't know that we could get a handle on a zombie apocalypse before it, like, caused the end of the world.
I think they would just bomb.
How long do you, like... do zombies decay? Serious question.
I think it depends on what mythology you're... Because this, I mean...
Because I think that zombies, if you... 2 or 3 years, I don't think there would be any zombies left because they would all, like, decay.
Or, like, what if you go to an area that snows? Would they just freeze? You know? Like... Just depends, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't worry about, yeah, or like, no, I'm with you. Like, I get it. Like, or like if it rains, are they going to get like moldy and would that speed up the decay? Would a lot of water, we need to go around.
Yeah.
We need to go around.
We were so determined.
I guess that would really depend on like, I would want more information about the zombies before I chose that. Because like, honestly, I think in a realistic zombie scenario, zombies would only be scary. Like, I feel like they would have a timer on which they would really... Like, how long do you think it would take for a body to decay? Because, I mean, there's no blood. Mm-hmm. There's no... Like, they're effectively just a corpse that moves, right? Like, they're not intelligent or, like...
It really depends on what...
There's no heartbeat.
Because, like, in the old zombie movies, they just walked and, you know... all of that stuff, but
no, even if you're talking about like scary fast zombies, I don't believe that zombies could ever be fast because I think that involves like I don't think they could be stronger than they were. I think like pain wouldn't stop them, but I don't think they could be
But
like,
now let's
stronger
think
than their
about
body
like
allowed.
28 days later. That is like just rabies, but with people.
But rabies wouldn't really be like zombies. That's different. And rabies kills you after a while. Like in real
Yeah.
life, like a rabid dog only lives for not long. Like you can't just live with rabies. It doesn't work that way. Sorry.
What do you think of those
So, like-
bugs that like control the other people's brains?
What?
You haven't. I can't remember what kind of bug it is, but it like puts its babies inside something, like it hatches them.
Yeah, but it's not people. It's like other bugs,
Yeah,
right?
but then.
Yeah, I've seen that. But then they like kill
Yeah.
it. I saw it with like a worm and an
Yeah.
ant, right? Is that what you're talking about?
But what happens if that happened with people? That'd be creepy.
I don't really like want to talk about that scenario. I don't know. I guess I would choose a zombie apocalypse or a zombie scenario if zombies decayed.
Okay.
Because then I feel like if you could just like, I feel like if after a matter of time, the situation would amend itself. But like the way The Walking Dead is, like it's been like 4 years, right? Like to where we are in the show, it's been like 3-4 years. No, it's been less than that because Judith is what, like 6 months old. She got pregnant so like 2 years. Are we giving it 2 years? Is that fair?
Yeah, we'll say 2 years. They don't really accurately represent that baby though. That baby should be like way smaller.
Well, that's why I wasn't. Well, they say that there was a whole winter, right? Or was Lori there for the winter?
She was there
Lori
for
was
the
there.
winter.
Okay.
But like when they first show the baby born, that's like a 3-month old. Like that's not a newborn baby.
No, I know. Newborn babies are
Weird.
babies get cuter as they get older. Newborn babies are
They're
weird, and
weird.
it depends on how old they are. Like I have a friend who had a baby premature, and like all I thought of when I saw the baby was that it looked fragile. Like it wasn't like, oh, what a cute baby. It was like, oh my god, be really fucking careful.
Don't even breathe
Like-
next to that baby.
Like, you know what I mean? She just looked so
Yeah.
tiny and fragile, and her little legs didn't look like they were okay.
Oh,
Like,
no.
just nothing looked okay about that situation. And now she's adorable. Like, now she's
that
ungodly.
little redheaded
She's
baby
like-
you showed me.
No, Scarlet. No, Scarlet was not premature. Scarlet wouldn't come out.
Oh no.
Poor Megan. I swear to God, she was pregnant for like 3 years. I mean, she really wasn't. That's a joke, but. Man, oh man, the baby turned 9 months the other day, and I'm like, oh, she's been out as long as she was in. Well, not really. Because she was way, way past her due date when she had her. I felt so bad for her. She was so pregnant and miserable.
Did they have to schedule a day to take her out?
I don't really know. She stopped talking to everybody.
She was just over it.
There was a certain time past her due date when she was just done.
Done
Just
with it all.
fucking done. It was like literally stop asking me questions about the baby. I don't know why she's not here yet either. I'll murder you. Which I respected.
A lot of people get feisty when they're pregnant, but I never I don't think I ever really.
She really wasn't feisty, but like at that point she was like
Over it.
she was like 2 or 3 weeks over
Yeah.
her due date. Like she was really like Scarlett came out and looked like she was 3 months old. Like she didn't even look like a tiny little newborn. Like she was huge.
Yeah, my she was like 7 pounds something.
And Scarlett was like 9
Whoa. Who put
and a
that?
half. Like she was big. She was really big. No, this is a different girl that I know, and she like unexpectedly went into labor and had her baby like a month or like 6
no.
weeks early. I mean, she was pretty premature, and she was just so tiny. I mean, I don't even have like another word for it. She just looked sick and small, and like I was so worried about her, and like no, she's just super cute now. She's fine.
That's good.
She's fine.
She's good now.
Yeah. I thought Abby looked really small when she was born, though,
Yeah,
too.
she was pretty tiny. 7 pounds isn't. It's like.
Yeah, that's not huge. She's not breaking any world
But
records.
oh my gosh, she's getting big now. She's like 12 pounds. And she's got all these cute little like chubby rolls on her and dimples. Oh my gosh. It's just the most cutest thing ever.
Oh my god.
But I actually had to have her taken out too because she was.
Oh, I gotta
over
go.
there.
I gotta go.
What? Uh oh.
Are you okay?
Uh-oh. I hope she's okay. It sounded like something crazy was going on. That's all kinds of terrifying. I hope you're okay. Are you coming back today? I don't even know. I don't even know what kind of song you would sing in this situation right here.
Oh my god, I swear to god, I'm getting a
Are
divorce.
you okay?
Well, Nick started screaming like, no, 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 and I thought like Tychus got through the gate or something, and like, I don't know, I like had a full-on panic attack, and he was screaming at League of Legends.
I would just like to say you have some fast reaction times. Okay, I think you should rethink this whole zombie apocalypse. You would not be dying because you're like, oh my god, I gotta go.
I ran past Tychus, like I fucking ran. I don't even know why I would. I just heard him yelling, and it sounded. I don't know. I've heard him trying to break up dogfights before, and that's what it sounded like. And
well, good response time. I was much impressed.
Now I'm all out of breath. Because I like literally just sprinted down the stairs because I thought I was gonna have to like. I don't know. I just like. I can't like. Don't yell.
That
no.
adrenaline.
Yeah, so I'm like shaking. I thought, and I'm so stupid. Like Tychus is sleeping right next to me. I don't know. I thought he like slinked down the stairs and squished his fat
little
body
ninja.
or something. Ah, the
Well, that
joys.
was pretty exciting right there. I was like, oh, what's happening? All of the things.
I know. I don't even know how I'm gonna cut that video.
Just leave it in. You.
No, I can't. I think you could hear me yelling at Nick.
Well, I couldn't. I just heard you say, what is going on? And then it was just like very light mumbling after that.
Oh, it wasn't light mumbling.
Light mumbling. Okay, here's a would you rather. Would you rather have 100,000 real money or 1 million in an Amazon gift cards? Is that even a question?
Wait, $100,000 like cash?
Or 1 million in
Or
Amazon
$1
gift
million
cards?
in Amazon gift
Yeah.
cards? I would probably take the Amazon
Why
gift cards.
wouldn't you? Like
Here's the thing. You could buy absolutely everything. Like, outside of your, like, house, car, electricity, outside of your bills, you could buy all your groceries. I bet you could buy, with the Amazon gift cards, I bet you could buy gift cards to, like, buy
Yes.
gas and stuff, too. Like, I feel like you could buy like, solar panels for your house.
And you know what? You could go to people with your Amazon gift cards and be like, hey, you want to buy this
And
$50 Amazon gift card for $30 real cash?
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely take the $1 million in Amazon
That's
gift
what
cards.
I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, too. That's not a very good one.
I know, right?
If somebody was like to take the 100,000 cash, like, I feel like that's only an old person who doesn't believe in online shopping.
What's the internet?
I don't know. I think they're gonna steal my money's on the eBay.
Who's an eBay?
Who's an eBay? All right, let's go over here now. Jeez.
All kinds of excitement.